Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for today's preview. Zebre versus Sharks. It'll take place tonight in Italy, and the Sharks, who currently sit bottom of the log, will be desperate for a result. The Zebre also currently without a win, but they have managed to find points so far in the season. So a win for them would actually certainly put them quite reasonably positioned in the table, because they've managed to pick up 5 points over their first 3 games, despite losing all of them. So they've had a much better start to the season than last season, but still chasing a win over basically the course of the last 2 seasons, really, on a really, really bad losing streak. And you can see improvement, but until you get that win, for example, the improvement doesn't mean a hell of a lot. And if there was a team to beat, the struggling Sharks side could be that one. They've not started the season particularly well, have the Sharks. They've really, really struggled. They are missing a lot of players. They are in the middle of an injury crisis, so they do have reasons for that. But at the same time, they're a side that have invested so much into the squad. They have, brought so many players that in theory they should be the one squad who can really cope with an injury crisis, and there really isn't an excuse, because they have just got such a big player base. Before we look at the two sides, though, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll be live for all South African games this weekend, so I'll be with you guys for tonight for both the Zebre versus Sharks as well as Cardiff versus Bulls game, and then we'll see some new faces on the channel tomorrow for the other 2 South African games there as well. Right, in terms of the teams, we'll start with the home side, which are Zebre. They made a couple of changes to their side, a couple of positional changes as well, which are quite interesting. So if you look at the front row, Danilo Fascetti is joined by Italian international Luca Bigi. That's a very big addition to the Zebre side. I think that makes them a lot stronger. And then Joao Petinari as well gets an opportunity in that front row. The second row, David Sisi comes in, as does Leonard Cremo. So it's pretty much a new look type 5. From last weekend. The loose trio is Luca Andriani, Jacopo Bianchi, and Giovanni Licciata, who starts and captains the side. So it's a bit of a new pack, and it's quite an inexperienced Sharks pack. And I think that's an area where the Zebre side needs to try and get stuck in. We've seen from last week against the Bulls, they can score points, the Zebre side. They can score tries. The defense is the issue, and set piece, for example, will be a big point of attack for the Sharks. So if Zebre can rob them of that, then that would be a big sort of mark to make in terms of winning this game. It's a new halfback pairing. Gonzalo Garcia starts and Tip Eden starts, with Geronimo Priscantelli actually moving to full back. I thought he played really well last week. So interesting to see what he does with a bit of space at the back. In the 2 wings are Simon Gessi and Jacobo Trilla, and then it's the unchanged centre pairing of Enrico Luchin and Fetuli Paya, who start in the midfield. Off the bench is Gianpietro Ribaldi, Luca Rizzoli, and Mohamed Hassa is the front replacements. Matteo Canali, David Ruggeri as the 2 other forward replacements. Alessandro Fasco is your scrum replacement. Luca Marizzi and Tana Fox Matumoa are the 2 backline replacements there. Right, in terms of the Bulls, this is how they line up for this weekend. In front row, Ntuku Kluno, Dylan Richardson, Kuni Oosthuizen, and an unchanged tight 5, actually, with Cornerell, Miel van Heerden backing them up. The likes of Kuni Oosthuizen really has to pitch up today, because it's such an inexperienced loose trio. And, they're struggling a lot, which means that those are players where, a former Springbok, one of the most experienced campaigners out there, he's got to stand up and say, right, well, I'm going to lead from the front here. As do the like of James Fenter, who's still pretty young, but in the grand scheme of things is probably a bit more experienced than the other and the likes of Pepsi Boutelez, George Cornier, who are both very exciting talents, especially the likes of Pepsi Boutelez. People have even gone as far as to say a potential Springbok captain in the future, but still quite young. Cameron Wright is part of Zuda Chamberlain, no Cohen Bosch, who is out with a concussion. Apart from that, there's an unchanged backline of Apio Dianti, Ryan Jans van Rensburg, Francois Fento, Werner Koch, and Apelele Fassi. Really hope to start seeing Apio Dianti starting to step up his game. And I think also Ryan Jans van Rensburg, Francois Fento could be a pretty good centre combination. So until the comes back, I think they've got an opportunity to try and solidify that partnership a little bit. No Kieran from Furen, so Daniel Juster comes into the bench. Crazy Mona, Honro Jacobs competing that front row. Hiron Andrew, Sikamboz and Noche, the rest of the pack replacements there. Z Nkabele continues to get an opportunity. Lionel Cornier comes into the side, as does Manus Porquito on the bench. So there are your 2 teams there. Yeah, I think Sharks have got to get a victory here. You got 4 losses on the trot. They currently don't even have a point on the board, by the way. They are stone dead last. Not the start that John Plumtree would have liked to his tenure. So this is a big opportunity for them. They are playing, in theory, from last season, the worst team in the competition. So this is the one team they should really be targeting to try and beat. Let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments below. Please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.